bike camping.
It's awesome. We are the Bikeorder Warriors. I am Drew Clark.
I am Aubrey Cloutier.
And we are about to tell you a cool story about riding your bike in the Bay Area and camping.
Why?
Why? Because it's amazing.
Why not, right?
Bike camping's amazing. How cool is it? You can just get on this bike, strap on your camping gear, get your buddies, and go up to the mountains and go camping on your bike.
If you've never done it before, you can watch our show, get some advice, see what we do.
Why do you go bike camping?
I go bike camping to keep in shape, have fun, and experience camaraderie and sightseeing with friends.
I go bike camping to use my body in a way that I want to use it. I go bike camping to spend time with my friends, to spend time outside, to be propelling all of my own needs and wants using all of my own energy. I'm fueling myself, I'm applying my needs and wants to the world, and I'm making it work. This week on the Bikeorder Warriors, we ride to China Camp. What are some of the things that happened on this trip to China Camp? Started with me pedaling from Richmond to Berkeley to meet with Aubrey. We had our kind of sending off ceremony, and then we headed straight for the ferry. Let's do this. Here we go. Ooh. A little shrubbery. Hey, look who it is. To notice like how the gears are feeling, how the brakes are feeling, because you know you're going to be depending on it all day. And if something feels funny now, I like to check it out, see what's possible early on, and then we can, because you're going to be on it all day.
True.
Still in Berkeley, and over to the Oakland ferry. We're going to ride the boat. We just took a extra turn, so he's circling back around. Here he is. Hey, sometimes you make wrong turns, you know. What happens?
Each of us has a hammock and a sleeping bag and a sleeping pad.
Mattress I got, it's a mixture of foam and air, and it is self-inflating and has these two side tube rails, so it's designed for hammocks. So you stay on it in the hammock. Over waterways we take ferries. Right here in this part of Oakland, it's like warmer for some reason. I often find little nano climate. And here we are, ferry building in Oakland. We are, just got to San Francisco, and we're regrouping our equipment, getting the stereo hooked up, and helmets on, doing our habits to do the journey through San Francisco up to the Golden Gate Bridge and across. We were going through San Francisco in the Embarcadero, and
I was trying to turn and my bike was not wanting to do that. Basically did a face plant into the grassy median, and got some scrapes, cut up my knee pretty good. We had some blood dripping onto the pavement.
we lost some equipment too.
Lost some equipment, my phone was broken, my light, pretty crowded.
Yeah.
A lot of hazards.
Bunch of detours. On this trip we had basically a route planned, and we generally follow it, but sometimes there's some extra turns of things. This time, going through San Francisco, there was a bunch of detours, so we ended up cutting through different ways that we weren't planning on. And there's a detour, so we're now investigating Fort Mason Bay Trail detour.
I had a bolt break on my
Oh yes, we had a few technical things snap.
my back rack. It's like falling apart.
Another thing that happened is that we lost something kind of important, and then ended up finding it the next day on the way home.
We got yelled at a few times.
Yeah, we did. Who yelled at us? How'd that go?
So it's kind of funny, kind of sad. These people who are almost like militant bicyclists.
We were riding on this pathway in the marshlands in the North Bay, and we were talking as we do, and someone just shouted, "Single file!" And I said, "Smile!" That was my response. That's all I could think of.
Yeah, it's good.
We were yelled at one more time. I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah, a woman was like, "Get over!"
Oh, that's right. Okay. Camp setup. Let's talk about camp setup a little bit. How'd that go for us this time?
So generally we arrive, kind of decompress, unpack our panniers, put the food in the food locker, and then we start setting up our hammocks.
Mm-hmm.
Then once the hammocks are set up, we kind of sit in the hammocks, take a little breather.
So let's start off with the sit down. Can you show us how to sit in a hammock?
Sure. Generally, I bend my knees, kind of sit back into it like this,
Mm-hmm.
and slowly go down, test the weight, bring up the back like this, and there we are. And if you want kind of a headrest, kind of sit like this, diagonally.
Ah.
Get a bit of a headrest here, sort of. Put your arm out.
Have my hammock set up here kind of in an interesting way. I have a really long rope nylon up to that tree, which what that does is it gives a lot of room for it to move. So I have my ratchet strap up on the tree here, and it's tightened all the way up in the middle of the night because I was touching the floor in the morning. So
The floor of the earth?
Floor of the earth. I prefer to have the tree closer than that for the other end, but
Yeah.
this is how it works, so I could be by the fire.
Yeah.
We do our sit. Make sure we got balance. Get in. Nudge left or right, depending on where your balance is.
How do you nudge?
Just kind of move your butt. I'm grabbing my sleeping pad with my hand and kind of nudging over with my butt, my hips.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it.
Nice.
I want to suck your blood.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of sit like this, except for whenever I'm sitting like this, the push from this strap way too much. So what I do is I roll the sleeping bag underneath my legs.
So it doesn't. So the edge of the hammock doesn't cut into your.
So then you have the cushion.
Doesn't cut into your hamstrings.
Yeah, and then you can chill, and you can just add more as needed. Okay, there we go. And same thing, if you want to like diagonal a little bit, you can kind of just swing this up and kind of just get that a little more out like that if you want. And then laying down inside of it, you gotta, same thing, you gotta scoop.
You gotta kind of shimmy.
You gotta shimmy. And then you grab that and you can scoot up a little bit and kind of set yourself up.
Disappear into sleep.
And then you can, this one's big enough you can close.
Yeah.
And you're good.
And you come out as a butterfly.
And then the dismount.
I said you come out as a butterfly.
And you can use butterflies. And the dismount, you can do my favorite. There's traction. You're fully sitting.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just roll up. That's my favorite way to dismount.
Like getting off a swing.
Except for this trip on China Camp, we did 2 additional things we don't normally do. So we ran. We went running for a short while. Like, we need more wood. And so we were up on this big hill where the campsite was. We walked all the way back down to where the wood was sold. And we each got those big containers of wood and put them on our shoulders and then sort of schlumped them up to our campsite again, just totally drenched in sweat, breathing like crazy, going, what are we doing?
Yeah.
It's beautiful and lovely, and there's a lot of people here, except for if you come in the hike and bike camp, you totally have a lot of privacy. It's awesome.
The hike and bike camp is kind of nestled up in this little area.
How'd it feel today? It's our first ride this year.
In terms of stamina and endurance and limberness, felt good.
Yeah? I had the experience of feeling pretty challenged on some of the steep parts. It wasn't that long. It was only like 36 miles, but it was steep. And there were some points where it's like, the legs are getting wobbly and I'm getting all hungry and stuff. And I'm like, am I going to make it? It's like, oh, yeah, the answer is always yes.
There was one moment, I do have to admit, there was one moment when I almost wanted to just walk the bike.
If we followed all the rules, where would that take us?
Nowhere interesting.
Camping.
China camp.
We rode our bikes here.
How many miles?
36.
What's your name?
Drew Clark.
My name's Aubrey.
Bike camping is something everyone can do. It takes a lot of will because it's very hard to do. You can watch us do it here, and it can be very fun for you. You may someday join us.
Thanks for watching.